I deployed all over the world, in Yemen, Afghanistan, Iraq, Pakistan, Libya. And a lot of the things that people deal with in those countries, they deal with because that's the way life is. A byproduct of freedom is complacency. And it always has been, because we optimize our life in this democracy and this sovereignty, and it makes our life really easy, but it also makes us very weak. And there is a very specific percentage of the country from my peer group who knows what warfare is, and then there's the rest of society. One of the reasons we started Fieldcraft Survival is to teach civilians about worst case scenarios, because if you train for the worst case, you're prepared for everything in between. Don't train for the best case, train for the worst case.
The crazy thing to me is how to convey that experience of actually watching, violence and trauma to an individual, so they understand why it's so important to be prepared, look. There was a story about a club, a fire broke out, and everyone immediately ran to the door, and they all jammed themselves in it, and then I think people died. And there's a video where a guy, when everyone's running and screaming, calmly walks to the fire exit in the back next to the stage and just walks out. I've always done this my whole life, and maybe it's because my dad was a Marine, or as a firefighter actually, and he would say, no matter where you are, whenever you go in a building, wherever you are, know your exits. And so my whole life, we'd walk in, I'm a little kid, and he'd be like, where's the fire exit? And I would look around, it's right there, and he goes, you got it. And then I hear these stories of people who are so unprepared and so complacent. They don't even understand how to leave a building when the smoke alarm goes off. Let me